Hey, what's up guys? I'm Marcus with Epic Life Gaming. Thank you guys for coming back for another video. It is base reviews today, so let's go ahead and get into it. We have Dragon Knight, who is a Town Hall 7 going up to Town Hall 8, it looks like. So let's see if he's ready to be going to a Town Hall 8 base. By the looks of it, he is not ready for a Town Hall 8 base because he still has a lot of defenses to be leveling up. So let's go ahead and look around his base. I really like that his clan castle is in the center of his base. That's good. He also has both of his air defenses in the middle, which is also good. The only downside is that the air defenses are really low level and they are close together. That's the only downside that I can see, because it's good to have them spread apart a little bit also, so that way they can't be right next to each other to attack. They don't have to go that far to attack the other air defense. That's the only downside to that, but it's good because they're both in the center protecting the base. Now let's see, he has all 3 mortars and a triangle protecting most of his base, so good job on that. You even have this one protecting the outside, so that's awesome. You have your wizard tower over here and another wizard tower over here. So I see this wizard tower is doing most of the work, and you have 3 storages on this side of the base, which I don't agree with. I would definitely want to separate those a little bit, but the good side of this is that they're all in different compartments. So I really like that. Good job. Now, you do have your Barbarian King on the inside. Good job. Looks like your Tesla towers would be on these side, in these compartments on both sides. So good job on spreading those out. And then you have your cannon, archer tower, cannon, cannon, archer tower, cannon, archer tower, cannon, archer tower. So good job on that. Those are spread as well as you possibly can. And I really like that there's a lot of different sections to this base. That really helps out, slowing down a lot of giant healer strategies that are going to be thrown your way. And the air defenses really protect against your base against giant healer also. Being on the inside, seeing that it will take giants quite a while to get to those air defenses in order for them to be able to drop their healers to help the giants out. You also have all your defenseless buildings tucked up next to your walls, which I really like that. Now, the biggest downside of your base is your levels. I see that you have a lot of your cannons, all your cannons upgraded to level 8, but that's your cheapest upgrades, is your cannons. You still have an archer tower to go. You still have both of your wizard towers to go, and I believe a level on each of your mortars still to go. So I definitely don't suggest you go into Town Hall 8 yet, and the reason why I don't do that is because you're going to be able to get more loot from bases at a Town Hall 7 than you are at Town Hall 8. You start taking bigger loot penalties than when you go against lower bases. So now at Town Hall 7 is a prime location to get the maximum amount of loot because you get extra loot from higher town halls, and you take a less loot penalty from attacking lower town halls. So Town Hall 7 is actually the most ideal area to attack bases for their loot. So if you want to be able to upgrade everything, stay at Town Hall 7. That goes for everybody. Stay at Town Hall 7. I think that's a good area to stay at to max everything out. If you don't max everything out for Town Hall 8, that's fine. But at least max everything out for Town Hall 7, because you're going to find the most loot in this area. But I'm not going to take you down too much for already going up with your Town Hall, but you definitely need some higher level defenses to protect, especially in Town Hall 8. You're going to be destroyed once you find some tougher people that will go after you, and you're going to find less loot. But overall, this base is a good base. What I would rate this base is probably a 9 out of 10. And now why I rated a 9 out of 10 is the fact, got to give you a couple minus, like a 0.2 of a minus of having both air defenses in the same location. And this wizard tower doing most of the work and not really being able to defend your dark elixir. And then mostly because you're upgrading when you really shouldn't be. I mean, you got level 3 barracks, level 5 barracks. Not too good on your upgrades, but overall it's still a great base, and I still give it a great score. So thank you, Dragon Knight, for letting me review your base. So for our second base, we have Creeper XD, who's also a Town Hall 7 farming base. So let's go ahead and check this base out. He has his clan castle in the center. Good job on that. You also have your Barbarian King in the center, which kudos to you. I really like the Barbarian King being in the center. You also have all 3 of your mortars in great spots. I really like that. Good job on that. Another thing is you have all your storages in different compartments. That's awesome to do that. But the only downside is that you don't have, you have 1 1/4 of storages. So let's say a half, because that one's guarding that one a little bit. So 1.5 storages being guarded out of the 5 on your base. So that's not good, and that's pretty much the whole point of wizard towers, in a farming base, is that your wizard towers protect your storages, at least in my opinion. That's the way I view it as. So definitely gonna lose some points on that. I am. This base has the right setup. You definitely can do what you want to do with this base with what you have given to you, but you just need to utilize the spots a little bit better. Definitely can do like different spots for your defenses could probably help out this base a lot. You have your air defenses not well protected because you got this lured out, and this is going to be one of the first defenses that they fight against, but still not bad. Still a pretty decent spot, except that it doesn't fight against the bottom too well and doesn't fight against the top too well, but they are still pretty good spots for those. You have your cannons and your archer towers spread about the base, and I really like that. Those are also very good spots for this. You also have most of your buildings tucked up next to your walls, so I really like that. I'm going to imagine that there's a couple traps, maybe your Tesla towers inside this area, so that's a good spot to have that. Makes it seem like it's an easy spot to enter the base when it's just a trap to take out some troops. And also you're going to have some traps in between all the defenses, so that's always very important. I used to always have, like right here, have everything next to each other to kind of scrunch up the base and get everything, everything at a spot. Everything was symmetrical. But I quickly realized that you don't want to do that. You want to leave spaces for traps to be at to take out, because that's the whole point of traps. I mean, not everybody's going to attack you from right here. So having a big bomb right there is not going to be the most useful thing. But if someone is 3-starring you and you have a trap right here, they're going to pretty much have to go over it. There's better odds of them going over a trap next to 2 defenses than randomly right here, because they have a whole 360 of a base to start their attack on when there's only 2 spots for them, 3 spots for them to attack you between each defense. So having a couple traps there's more likely of an odd to be hit there than anywhere else. But overall, this base is a good base. Just your placements of some defenses can be better placed, and I'm mostly just talking about your wizard towers. So everything else seems to be in pretty good spots. I would just find a different spot for your wizard tower. Somewhere even right here would be a good spot to have one, and maybe move this Barbarian King up or something, and have, I don't know, somewhere where it could utilize, a better spot to protect your storages, because right now they're not being protected by much, but they are still in different compartments, which helps out the space a lot. So what I would rate this base is probably an 8.5 out of 10. And I think that's pretty good rating for this base. Pretty even upgrades for everything. I really like that. More upgraded than the last guy, and you're not even upgrading your town hall yet. Just the wizard towers need to be in better spots, and maybe kick out these gold mines or something like that, to leave some more spaces for some more walls and other things like that. So thank you so much, Creeper XD, for letting me review your base. On to the last base review. Alright, now we have Eastwood as our last base, and he is also a Town Hall 7 going to Town Hall 8 defensive base. So this guy, let's see how he's doing. He has his 3 mortars surrounding his Town Hall, which I actually don't mind that. That's actually not a bad idea to have all 3 in the center. But I would definitely, I really like how you have, probably some traps right there, because having them all in the same section, once they get in the center, they're able to take out the entire base. And if they say attack from this side and go and try to get some wall breakers in here before the giants or whatever gets too far out of, over this way, they'll be able to get in the center and take out your mortars pretty fast, which will help take out your town hall even easier. And the mortars are not able to protect the town hall completely because, as you can see, they have red line. The red circle is somewhat touching the town hall. Alright, but that's not a bad spot. You have 1 air defense up there, 1 air defense below. You want all 3 of your mortars in the center. That's what you got to do. You got to sacrifice something. But it looks like you might be sacrificing something a little too much. Now where is it? Right here. This is the biggest downside of this base, is having your clan castle on the complete outside. That is not good. I don't know if that just finished upgrading or what, but I believe you can still use your clan castle when it's upgrading. I would somehow try to fit this back in the base somehow. And you have your Barbarian King on the complete outside. I don't know if you're just protecting, from this corner or whatever, but I mean, they can pick another corner to go after. It's not a big deal. Or, take your, they can lure it out with 1 troop and take it out very easily. You do have storages in different compartments around the base. That's actually really good. And maybe this is more of a, this is probably a hybrid base. And that's what I should be thinking it of as, because he could easily put his clan castle back in the center and move his town hall on the outside. And that might be what this is. And this would be my first time really grading a hybrid base. But you have your 1 wizard tower over on that side, this wizard tower on that side, each guarding a gold storage. So your elixir storages are free game, and your dark elixir storage is free game. But you do have your cannons and your archer towers spread about the base pretty well. Don't really know where your Tesla towers would be, maybe up here or down here, 1 up, 1 down, not quite sure. But you also have some defenses out here. Don't know if they just finished upgrading and you haven't got back to putting everything back into your base. I'm not quite sure, because this is just awfully funky to be like, ta-da, this is my base, what do you think? I don't know if that's what he was really initially doing. If it is, definitely not. Put this cannon on the inside of the base, put it behind some walls, maybe even tuck some of your buildings next to your walls. But what I'm thinking is why they're spread out is because when his clan castle's on the inside, he wants some defense, or his defenseless buildings out a little bit to not be able to pull out your clan troops as easily. Overall, this isn't a bad base. Not a bad base at all. Kind of take some people around the loop, especially defenses that, or troops that go after defenses first. I would bet they would go around the loop a little bit and then give them time to be hit by some mortars. I really don't know what to grade this base. Not really sure. I definitely wouldn't recommend going to Town Hall 7 yet. Definitely could get some more upgrades for your base before you got leveled up to Town Hall 8. That's just my suggestion. You do have pretty well upgraded mines though, and pumps, so good job on that. What I would rate this base though is probably an 8 out of 10. And I gotta give it an 8 because of just the way that it's set up right now. Don't know, obviously I don't think this is how you would normally have your base, but I can't grade it how you would normally have it because I can't see what you would normally have. But overall, Still think this is a good base. Definitely good qualities about this base, especially for a farming base. This would be a great base. So thank you, Eastwood, for letting me review your base. If you want to be in the next base review, I am running out of people to find to, base review. I think I was down to like 4 or 5 people that were left that asked for their base review in the last submit your base. So please, if you want your base review, go ahead and submit it this Friday. That will be the day after Thanksgiving. So look out for that video, and hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I know I'll be stuffing my face with turkey and ham and stuffing mostly. That's probably my favorite Thanksgiving item is stuffing. What is your guys' favorite Thanksgiving, dish? That's definitely mine is stuffing. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're going to get daily videos, fun content, and you get to hang out with me. Thank you guys for everything you're doing for this channel. Hope you have a great day, and don't forget to stay beautiful.